off with a little juice. Pity the poor white man. 100,000 years ago, he left the African savanna and traveled north, where white skin worked better than black skin or brown skin or any other shade of the various hues of humanity. Pity the poor white man. With but a few lapses in time and place, he has ruled the earth, and where he didn't rule, he conquered. He has subjugated women and children. He has possessed them as he did his cattle. He has enslaved black men, black women, brown women, and traded them as he did his sheep. Pity the poor white man. He didn't ask for change. He didn't plan for change. He didn't fight for change. He doesn't want change. He wants to rule. He wants to possess. He wants to enslave. It's his right, the right of thousands of years. Pity the poor white man, his angry tantrums. Pity the poor white man, his spasms of fear. Pity the poor white man. He no longer has his place. Pity the poor white man. He is the placer. Pity the poor white man. 100,000 years is a very long time. Daffodils. It's the day I cut the first daffodils and I put them in the dining room. It changes every year. I never know when it will be. It was not the answer I expected when I asked, "What's your favorite day of the year?" I got that question from my sister back when I was shy, and I didn't know what to say when you meet a girl who you really would like to know. That was 47 bouquets of daffodils again. I told my granddaughter the story one more time as she bent to place the vase upon her grandmother's grave. Standing back, I watched and I wondered, did I ask enough questions through the years? What was the second best day of the year? Triumphs, for most of us, appear to be confined to 3 generations. My parents knew when I reached and when I refused, when I rose and when I fell, when I cared and when I dismissed. My children hear stories of my past and are polite up to the point where repetition invites boredom and they excuse themselves to another task, another room, or some place with walls that I cannot breach. My grandchildren treat me as an artifact from a distant past that has nothing to do with their lives, an intrusion into the now of their experience, irrelevant, obsolete, and maybe wasteful of their time. When I am wise, I realize I must tack because the wind has changed, and my memories of triumphs past are for me and my friends. My focus now is on the children I raised. And they still need my affirmation, sometimes more than ever. And on the children they are raising, even though there are times I don't understand the fuss made or the lavishness of the attention they get. At times it feels sufficient to be present, a cycle of completion, a continuation and a passing, a person to introduce to friends before hustling off to some more important gathering or task, birthing triumphs of their own. My children know their children as I know mine, and my parents knew me. My own grandparents looked on and smiles. It was smiles as enigmatic as those I smile today. Imagine for John Lennon. You were 31 in 1971, only 9 years left to live. Imagine hit, a very big hit, your biggest hit, top 100 hits of all time according to those who measure such things. But really, wasn't it a flop? A gigantic, colossal flop? Sure. It's sung when police kill unarmed black people and people gather in churches to sing. It's sung when Syrians die on the shores of Lesbos and people rally on State House steps. It's sung when ICE people take brown children from brown parents and politicians say the Bible told them so, and ministers say, no, it didn't. Oh, what a flop it was, that song. And every line you said, imagine. Imagine what no one can imagine. Okay, we'll sing your flop as though we can. Can believe? Or is what we really believe is that you, just you, had an imagination that was bigger than ours, bolder than ours, braver than ours? You were 31 in 1971, and still we sing your song. You were 31 in 1971, and still we need your song. You were 31 in 1971, 9 years left to live. How many years do we have left before our song is gone? Imagine, you sang. Just imagine.